Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ryan here. Today we're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to be looking at the MCU Phase 5. I'm just going to go in order based off of Marvel Cinematic Universe fandom wiki, kind of look at each film and show, talk a little bit about my thoughts on them, how excited I am for them. All right, the new trailer just came out very recently for the next Ant-Man. This is big news here. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, coming out in February 2023. This is the beginning of the next phase of the MCU. This is where we get to see Jonathan Majors actually take on the role of Kang the Conqueror. We got He Who Remains in Loki, and that was awesome. I love the way Loki ended. I love this actor in Jonathan Majors, and I think he's gonna deliver on being an awesome Kang based on what I've heard, what I've seen, and cannot wait to see how this film dives deeper into the character and how he is going to be playing a role in the MCU, because Ant-Man, you wouldn't think the stakes are going to be on that level, but this is actually introducing the next major villain for the MCU. So I cannot wait for this. Like, it's hard not to be super excited. I think that the leaked trailer that we didn't actually get to see right now sounds really exciting. The actual trailer we got, very cool. I cannot wait to see how the quantum realm is explored. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting seeing where we go from there, but this film is very exciting, and I think that they've kind of put the stakes up a lot higher for Ant-Man 3 than I ever would have expected in the past. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 should be a departure to some of our favorite characters. I think that deaths are gonna be inevitable, and not everyone is gonna make it onto, the future of the MCU. Not everyone's gonna be there for Secret Wars necessarily. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be the third film and the final for this, making it a trilogy with the, if we're not talking about the holiday special or I Am Groot or whatever. And Guardians 3 is, bringing James Gunn back to the MCU here. I cannot wait to see everything from the comedy and the humor that he nailed so well in both films, as well as what I've seen him do with Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad, right? And then, of course, we're going to get to see our favorite characters here and some new stories. We're going to get backstory of Rocket Raccoon. We're gonna see a lot more exploration of space, the cosmic side of the MCUs. We're getting deeper and deeper into it, and we're going all over the place, which is very cool. Adam Warlock, cannot wait to see Will Poulter. I think that character's gonna be pivotal. It's gonna be really cool to see what they do with that. Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy is fantastic. The sequel, while it's flawed, is still awesome. And, just to see how it caps off and close some stories with Rocket, Drax, Star-Lord, Gamora, Nebula, Mantis, and whoever else, I'm just cannot wait for that. The Marvels is going to be giving us the sequel to Captain Marvel, but also the sequel to Miss Marvel. We saw the way Miss Marvel ended and the way she and Carol Danvers sort of switched actual physical locations, and it's gonna be interesting to see why that happened and how they end up back together, how they end up becoming a team, where they meet and stuff. It's great to know that Miss Marvel's gonna be able to meet her hero. That's nice. I want to say that I'm excited because it is a film that it's probably gonna be pretty big, but Captain Marvel, not my favorite MCU film, just like so many other people. I don't love it. There's some good stuff about it. Not my favorite character really either, despite the fact that she's this ultra super powerful lady, came in and helped in the Avengers Endgame. I don't know. It just didn't click with me as much. Miss Marvel I thought was decent. It had its moments. It was fun. The cultural stuff is good, but I'm not exactly sure what to expect with the Marvels. I think it could be very cool. Again, we're talking big cosmic stuff here. I'm excited to know the connection between Carol Danvers and all these other characters. Maybe we'll do some multiversal stuff too. So it should be cool. I'm not overly excited for it, to be honest with you. Captain America: The New World Order. Of course, we don't know too much about it at the time of recording, but this film should be really cool because we're gonna get another Captain America style film. And there's something very specific to the aesthetic, to the themes, to the way the storytelling and the action unfolds in Captain America stories. The First Avenger, very good. Winter Soldier, elite. Civil War, possibly my favorite. And then Falcon and the Winter Soldier was flawed, but it was still very cool. There was still good dynamic between the characters. There were some very powerful themes, and I think the action was on point, and John Walker was awesome. And a lot of the stuff from Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be leading us into the Thunderbolts, which we'll get to in a minute. But right now, We're talking about Captain America New World Order, and I can't wait to see the way this story unfolds, because it's going to see Sam Wilson as Captain America publicly to everybody, and we're going to get some more political espionage thriller type of stuff, I think, from what I've heard and what I've read, and it's hard not to be excited for a sequel to this sub-franchise of the MCU because of how much high quality we've gotten, and I love that type of storytelling that we got with those Captain America films, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier as well. Yeah, so the Thunderbolts should be cool. I don't know the roster. It's decent. Like, I think some characters didn't make that roster based on what I understand the Thunderbolts could have been or what they are in the comics. It's very exciting knowing that they're doing a Thunderbolt story. Rest in peace to William Hurt, who played as Thunderbolt Ross. Will we get a Red Hulk? Will we get a different version of him somehow in this movie? Maybe. Will we get the leader, Samuel Stearns? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to be exciting. It's going to be a very much a sequel to The Incredible Hulk, which is really cool. And then we're getting Captain America-centric characters here. We're, of course, getting the fantastic Yelena, and we're getting Winter Soldier. We're getting John Walker. So Valentina and her team she's putting together. This is similar to like a Marvel's version of like a Task Force X or Suicide Squad, from what I understand, and I'm all for it. Super excited to see the Thunderbolts. I think it's going to be very much like a sub-Avengers type of movie. Like, it's going to be a big team up. It's, you know, before we get to the Avengers Secret Wars and stuff like that, and it looks really cool. I mean, we don't really know anything about it necessarily, but like, from what I'm understanding, the Thunderbolts are a pretty awesome team up here, and I'm looking forward to seeing these anti-heroes save the day or kill each other, who knows. And then Blade, Mahershala Ali is taking on this character. Wesley Snipes' Blade back in the day was a very cool character, very badass movie. I think Mahershala Ali is a really good actor. Yeah, he was actually in the MCU kinda as a fantastic villain in Luke Cage, but like, I guess those shows aren't really canon, so whatever. But yeah, Mahershala Ali, I feel like that fits, like, it feels right that he's playing as Blade. So I'm stoked for that. Now, this movie has had some problems. At the time of recording, I think it was delayed only a few weeks ago, and I read that Ali talking about some problems with the story and lack of action and not loving the script and this and that. So there's definitely some problems in development right now. So that film hopefully will still be able to come out when the new release date says it's gonna. I really hope it's rated R. I want it to be violent and badass. I want to see Blade in action in all of his glory. I want it to be really cool. I like this whole vampire killer story and stuff, and I hope they deliver. And of course, it's going to be connecting to, you know, the ending of the Eternals, and also maybe we're gonna get some connection to other characters to potentially develop Midnight Suns, right? Like, I'd love to see that. Werewolf by Night happened, Moon Knight happened, Ghost Rider should be coming eventually, I'm sure. So maybe they're gonna get to that, and Blade, I think, would be pivotal for that. I mean, it's hard not to be excited for a new Blade film, especially knowing that it's coming into Marvel Studios, so it's gonna be connected to the whole MCU. From what I'm hearing so far, it's all those issues make me a little nervous, but it's also kind of early. So let's talk about it in like another year from now, you know? How about Secret Invasion? What a cool trailer. I think this show has the potential to be very dark and serious and have a really compelling narrative in there. And I love that the trailer that we got, which, like, I'm kind of surprised we even got the trailer when we did. Secret Invasion's trailer shows no humor or comedy. There's no punchlines. It's very dark. It feels right. So this should be a really interesting story. I mean, the idea of this invasion of the Skrulls and everything, and like them taking over, all these things happening behind the scenes, and what that means for everybody, any main character we know, any character in this world of the MCU. Very, very cool idea. I'm so excited for this show. I hope that it delivers on that tone. I hope it keeps that theme going on. Samuel L. Jackson getting to really lead the show here as Nick Fury, and seeing the Skrulls and everything, like, it's gonna be really cool. We're getting a chance to get James Rhodes as a main character. Secret Invasion feels like it could have some high stakes for the world of the MCU, and I think it's gonna be really cool. But also, I feel like some things are gonna happen in the story which, like, other characters are not even gonna know about. It's very interesting. I love this idea of this invasion, so to speak, and like I mentioned, the themes, that's what's up. So can't wait for this show. Echo is coming out, and it's gonna be following Maya, you know, a story about her, a character who I want to love from Hawkeye, but just didn't do as much for me. And I think the main reason is because there's so many other things that I want more, and like I'm more excited about, that are gonna be in that show too. It's gonna be that kind of thing, just like when She-Hulk, like, okay, sure, She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters, but also Daredevil. Matt Murdock is going to be in Echo, and we're also going to get Kingpin, right? So to get Charlie Cox's Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin, again, is just such an amazing thing. I love that we actually got to see those actors take on those roles again, and we're going to see much more of them soon. So that's kind of my main thing to be excited about in Echo. And I don't know, I don't like saying that because like I want to know about Maya. I want to know about, you know, her story. And yeah, she's connected obviously directly to Kingpin, and I want to see that tie-in. Maybe it'll have some more Hawkeye and Kate Bishop tie-ins. That could be cool to actually get Kate Bishop again. Maybe Spider-Man, who knows? But I think that's probably not going to happen until the next, you know, till the Daredevil show. But Echo, I don't know. I'm pretty excited because of the Daredevil stuff, truthfully. The second season of Loki should be very exciting. I'm not really sure how, like, where it's going to take place, whether it's going to have effects on the main Earth 616 or other Earths. Is there going to be other variants of Loki? The ending of Loki was crazy, right? We're going to probably get some Kangs. I mean, Kang should be present throughout the MCU, throughout phase 5 and 6, right? So when it comes to the Kang Dynasty, it makes sense. I want him to be someone that we get at least glimpses of and we get to fear throughout the films and the shows in the next couple of years. And I think Loki season 2 should most likely have variants of him. He Who Remains, like I talked about earlier when I was talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. It's so good the way they did that. I thought that was such a cool ending and made me so excited. And then of course now we know that Kang is going to be this big threat. So I'm very, very hyped for Loki's second season to see all the interesting stories that they tell here and how our Loki manages to, I don't even know if he's going to get, like if maybe no one will even know him anymore. It looks like I think the multiverse will just continue to collapse and the sacred timeline should be tampered with. So it should be a pretty interesting story as we are in the multiversal saga after all. I have a little bit of a hard time being excited for Ironheart, but that'll change hopefully in some way, shape or form, because Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to introduce Riri Williams. We're going to get to see this girl who looks like Iron Man in the trailer, right? And we're going to get to see what Ironheart's about. I don't know how much of Black Panther's sequel is going to be about Ironheart, but like I'm sure she's going to play at least somewhat of a main role, you know, to make us care for the show. Ironheart could be really cool though. I don't know too much about it. I mean, it should be interesting seeing the connection with her and Iron Man and maybe other characters. Like I said, I have a little bit of a hard time talking about it before Wakanda Forever, but Ironheart is coming out, so we'll see what that's all about. Agatha, Coven of Chaos. I don't know much to say about this because I think Catherine Hahn's Agatha was a great character in WandaVision. WandaVision's a great show and I loved what they did with it, but I don't know how to be excited necessarily for an Agatha show because I don't know anything like at all. It's probably going to be pretty interesting. The dark magic and everything. Like I said, I like Hahn as that character. I think that Agatha could be cool, but like, I don't know what to really talk about. I don't know what to think about it yet. It feels a little early, and maybe once I get a trailer, I'm sure we'll be able to have a different perspective on it. I'm hoping it ties into some stuff with Wanda still after Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because like I don't think that we can never see her again, right? We need to get the Scarlet Witch again, and I don't know. Like I mean, I'm interested, but like I'm not overly excited for the Agatha TV series. And Daredevil Born Again, yeah, this is big. I mean, Daredevil is such a good show. Netflix really didn't hit the mark with everything with their little Marvel Defenders saga. I mean, Iron Fist is not great. Luke Cage is on and off. The Defenders show itself wasn't that good. Punisher was awesome, and Daredevil and Jessica Jones were very good. Daredevil being just peak. I mean, 1, 2, and 3, all 3 seasons have so many great moments. The action, the story, the character, the themes, and the mood. Very dark, and I'm hoping we get more darkness in Daredevil Born Again. I hope it's a very intense kind of show. I would love to see it be TV mature, though I don't know that it would happen. But Daredevil Born Again could be a long show. We're getting 18 episodes, so that's cool. A longer run, meaning we get more story, and it's not going to feel as rushed, because a lot of these 6-episode runs on Disney Plus, I feel like they just come and go so fast, you know what I mean? So Daredevil Born Again, we're getting back Charlie Cox, of course. Now we've seen him twice, and Vincent D'Onofrio as well. I mean, Echo is going to come out first, and we're going to get these characters again, so we're building into this world of Hell's Kitchen, and I think Spider-Man probably will be in there at some point, hopefully, and I'm really excited to see some Daredevil, because that is just such an awesome character, like just such a badass superhero, and Matt Murdock is such an interesting character, being this blind lawyer who at night becomes a superhero. And I love the story, I love the world building and everything that we got with the Netflix series, so I'm hoping that Disney and Marvel Studios do as good of a job, if not better, with Daredevil Born Again when it comes out, because we have high expectations here for this character now. Hopefully it's awesome. So that's Marvel Studios Phase 5 for the MCU. We're in the multiversal saga. There are some pretty awesome shows and movies coming out. A couple of them, it's like early to say what they're going to be like, or a little early to be super excited, but overall Fall, stuff like Thunderbolts and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Daredevil Born Again, Blade. It's kind of hard not to be hyped. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. And then we're gonna get into Phase 6. I'll make a video about Phase 6 at some point. And otherwise, it's gonna wrap it up here. This was just me looking through Phase 5, talk about my opinion on each of the series and films planned for the next couple of years of the MCU. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. Please share me our thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about Marvel Studios. Let's talk about the MCU. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for me, guys. I appreciate your time here. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys all in the next video.